How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store has kicked off yet another sale to coincide with the Critics' Choice sale running right now, and I think it's the games under $15, or maybe it's under $20 sale. That's just a carryover from the deals available at the Critics' Choice sale. And they also have a pretty good deal of the week that I do want to highlight, one of my favorite games of 2023, so definitely want to give that a mention, and we'll do that right off the top. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is 55% off, the steepest discount this game has gone on the digital front. It is down to $31.49, obviously a $70 game, initially 55% off, and the $60 days would knock the game down to, what, 27 bucks, but we do not live in that era anymore. But I will say this, Jedi Survivor was one of my favorite games from 2023. Most people did not put it in the mix for Game of the Year. For most people, it was probably a tier below in that Hogwarts Legacy kind of tier, but I like Jedi Survivor as much as any other game in 2023. Some people might say that's hyperbole or too big of a stretch. Can't really be a hyperbole, it's my damn opinion. But yeah, and I played this game on PC, guys. This game was terrible on PC. I cannot even begin to quantify how atrocious it was on PC from a PC version standpoint. EA gave me a copy of the game, so thanks to them. But still, I'm gonna call out garbage when I see it, and man, that PC version was atrocious, and the PlayStation version had performance issues as well. Now, they recently updated the game to improve the performance version. It's still not perfect, but I played the game on PlayStation 5 as well, and for what I played, I mean, the game ran pretty well for me, and I had a fine experience with it. But I didn't complete the entire game on PS5, but I did beat it twice on PC, back-to-back, and I usually don't do that for games right when they come out, but yeah, Jedi Survivor was just a great game, really did enjoy it. Obviously, play Jedi Fallen Order first. It's a direct sequel to that, where Cal is more matured in Jedi Survivor and is a full-on Jedi. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, as you guys might know, but yeah, love this game, much more expanded, much more content, especially if you're looking to do everything, and just a really worthwhile game to go through. At this price point, I think it's pretty solid, and I would definitely give it a shout. Moving on from that, we do also have the PlayStation Indie sale, and there's a lot of stuff discounted on this. Obviously, it's lower key games, so I can't speak on a lot of the stuff that's discounted, but let's go through it. Chance of Sonar is 20% off for $15.99. I know a lot of people thought that this was a sleeper in 2023. It's been on my to-play list for a little bit. Gotta get around to it, but that's seeing its first discount. High on Life is 30% off to 28 bucks, and then an additional 10% off for Plus subscribers, knocking it down to 24. It's a super short game, very over the top, very comical, not gonna be for everyone, but garnered a lot of interest when it initially came out on Game Pass as well. Totally Accurate Battle Sim is 14 bucks. Terraria PS4 edition is 50% off for $9.99. That is available on Plus Extra as well. Maneater is 65% off for $13.99. Shark Eating RPG. I shouldn't say shark eating. You are the shark, and it's an over-the-top game. 14 bucks for that. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, $14.95 on that. That's a really, really well-received throwback shooter that has been, again, critically well-received. Fandom was pretty strong for the game as well. $14.95 seems like a pretty good price to me. Another one of 2023's top contenders for Game of the Year, of course, we have Walking Dead Destinies. This game really revolutionized narrative and storytelling in video games in terms of decision-making and really telling an engrossing world with incredible visual sound design. It's just gripping. Okay, obviously, I'm lying to you guys. Walking Dead Destiny is terrible. Don't play it. I tried to keep up the charade for as long as I could, but nah, Rick Grimes can't save this one. Daryl can't save this one, and I'm sorry, Shane. Even if you do live, you can't save this one. But yeah, Walking Dead Destinies is seeing a steep discount there if you do want some memes for that. Synapse is $29.74. Overcooked 2. $6.24 on that. Eternights is seeing a pretty significant discount, keeping in mind that it came out back in September of last year. It's 40% off for $18. Now, it's a game that has a lot of Persona vibes in terms of the character interactions and building relationships between the characters. It's a dungeon crawling action RPG combined with a dating sim. Very, very anime heavy in the sense that it's got some very corny dialogue, but that's kind of a shtick with these anime games, and I feel like Eternights is almost charming with the corny dialogue, so I enjoyed it. They did hook me up with a copy of the game, so I did appreciate that, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Is it a blowaway? Absolutely not, but it tells, you know, a fine 12 to 15 hour story, and then you can move on. It's not super, super lengthy or anything like that, and it came out at a budget price point of 30 bucks, but now it's down to 18. There is a trial on Plus Premium. Mordhau down to $13.59. Chivalry 2 down to $16. decent deal there. Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, $17.49. Obviously, most of the attention these days is on Baldur's Gate 3, but honestly, those games, from an interest level standpoint, probably got increased after the incredible reception for Baldur's Gate 3. People wanting to go back and play the first two. Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous is $12. Scorn is $24. That game is a part of Humble Choice this month. If you want it on PC and Steam, it's probably the route I would recommend. I would not be dropping $24 on Scorn, but you do whatever the hell you want to do. My Time at Sandrock is $32. That just came out. The Last Faith is $22.39. House of the Dead Remake, $624. Hellboy Web of Word is $18.74. Another recent release there. Wasn't incredibly well received, but, you know, take that for what you will. Outlast is $1.99. Great deal on Outlast. Feel like everybody's played it at this point, but, yeah, great survival horror game there, and definitely would give it a recommendation at that price point. Fort Soul is 20% off for $24. That game had a star-studded cast. You know, I definitely gotta go and give it a shot. There's a Plus Premium trial for it, which is interesting because the game is super short. It's a 1-hour trial, so, you know, not a substantial trial, but yeah, that's on sale. What else we got? Just Ant, $19.99 on that. I believe that game was done by Don't Nod. Yes, it was. Don't Nod about to release another game in Banishers Ghost of New Eden. Looking forward to that. Hopefully it turns out well. Just a lot of games coming out right now. Gigabash, $17.49. Rain World, $11.24. That game's got an awesome art style. Postal 4 is $16. Outlast 2 is $2.99. Great deal there as well, of course. Unpacking, $9.99. Killing Floor 2, if you got a squad to play with, that game is great. $6 on that. What else we got? Scars Above is $8. Rogue Legacy 2 is $16.24. That is on Plus Extra. River City Girls 2, 30% off for $28. Still a hefty price point for that. Front Mission First Remake, $23.44 on that. Not bad on that if you want a mecha game, $23.44. Kind of a relatively recent release as far as the PlayStation version goes. I want to say September of last year, June of last year. So, yeah, somewhat recent. $23.44 on that. The Escapist 2, $4.99. Deliver Us Mars, $16.49 on that. Lost Eidolons, that is $28 if you want to check that out. Gravity Circuit, $16.49. Anno Mutationum, 40% off for $14.99. Really like that game. Obviously, the biggest drawing factor for that game is the art style. The pixel graphics in that game look great. The cyberpunk aesthetics is awesome. The story is pretty decent. It's not blow away. There's some side content, but it's nothing with a ton of depth, and the game itself is relatively short. $25 was the original price, and I thought that was a fine price point. At $15, a little bit more compelling. The game does have a little bit of depth to its combat, with the different abilities and whatnot you could use. I enjoyed the game. It's just go into it with your expectations in line, and you'll probably have a fairly good time. If you want to wait for a sub $10 price point, I think that would be ideal. But yeah, $14.99 isn't bad. Wizard of Legend is $4.79. Not a bad deal there. Meet Your Maker, $15. Edge of Eternity, kind of a lower budget JRPG, $13.49 on that. A little bit cheaper if you are a Plus subscriber, 5% off, which would knock it down to $12, I believe. Not bad there. Oddworld Soulstorm Enhanced Edition is $12. What else we got? Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, Oddworld New and Tasty, both of those are on sale. Spiritfarer Farewell Edition for $7.49. Haven is $9.99. Hey, Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you want to play, I feel like that should be promoted a lot more, given that, you know, Valentine's Day is literally a week away. Haven is the game you play with your significant other. Like, it's a co-op game. You can play it solo, but definitely co-op is the way to go, and it's a super accessible game. I feel like they designed it that way, so if you have a significant other that isn't into video games, they can jump in, and the story, a little bit corny, but they're trying to tell a story that's like romantic and whatnot, and it works well for what it is. Art style is pretty good, soundtrack is solid. I enjoyed Haven, and $9.99 I think is a pretty good buy for it, and also is available on Plus Extra. Trials Rising is $4.99. Hat in Time, the platformer, throwback platformer, $14.99. Lords of the Fallen 2014 is $4.49. Cat Quest 2 is $4.49 and 10% extra off if you're a Plus subscriber. That knocks it down to $3, and that's a damn good deal. Definitely would recommend Cat Quest 2 at that price point. Austria Ascending is $18, an additional 5% off, knocking it down to $16 if you are a Plus subscriber. Great art style to that game. Ultimately, it does have quite a bit of issues, but the art style is tremendous, and I will say that about the game. Fury is $7.99. Great deal there. Shadow Warrior Collection is listed here, but the discount, is it discounted? It's just listed, but it's $50. Hopefully that's a bug, and if it goes down to sub $10, I would definitely say that's a good pickup. What else we got? We got Under Knife. We just had a recent release of Under Knife just a few weeks ago, so there you go with that. The Eternal Cylinder is $7.49. Submerge, $5.99 on that. Forgotten City is $15. That's a really well-received game as well. A lot of games that are lower key. Soldiers is $11.99. Far Lone Sales is $3. That's an awesome deal. And Changing Tides is $9. Changing Tides is on plus extra. Lone Sales is not, but Lone Sales for $3. That's a great deal that I would recommend. Hotline Miami Collection, $4 on that if you're a Plus subscriber. That is just a fantastic deal. Would highly recommend that. You got Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2. Wrong number. $4 for that collection is definitely great. Definitely give that a look. Child of Light is $4.49. Great RPG, great art style there. Not super lengthy, but for $4.49, that's a really good deal. Exit the Gungeon is $3.99. Fall of Porcupine, $9.99 on that. Mark of the Ninja Remastered, $5 on that. That often goes for like $9.99 or $7.99. $5 for that is awesome. Strong recommendation there. Definitely check out Mark of the Ninja Remastered. Side-scrolling action stealth game. Great art style. That was one of the early downloadable titles that really showcased that downloadable titles could be really great. Kind of after the initial wave of your Shadow Complexes, I think. I think this came out after Shadow Complex and Bastion, but yeah, Mark of the Ninja was great, and I strongly recommend it. Long Gone Days, 1874. That game is a sleeper. Go check that out as well. RPG with a really interesting thematic style. Strongly recommend that at 1874. They're kind of pricey at 1874, but that is a recent release, so keep that in mind. Ukulele and the Impossible Lair is $6. Not a bad deal there. Soundfall is $7.49. Shadow Warrior 1 is $3 standalone, so that's definitely a good deal for Shadow Warrior 1. Would strongly recommend that. Ultra Age, fast-paced action title there. $18, kind of pricey, but that doesn't go on sale that often. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend, $15 on that is a little pricey, but what can you do? Magicka 2 is $5.09, which is a great over-the-top action game with a lot of chaos, resemblant to a lot of Arrowhead games title. Arrowhead did Helldivers 2 and Helldivers 1, and in fact, Arrowhead did do Magicka 1, if you didn't know. They didn't do Magicka 2, but they did do Magicka 1, but Magicka 2 employs a lot of that kind of Arrowhead style, where it's just over-the-top insanity. Ellipse is $15. Guilty Gear Xrd Sign is $15 as well. What else we got? A lot of smaller titles here discounted. American Fugitive is $1.99. That's actually not bad for American Fugitive. $1.99 for that is decent. Suicide of Rachel Foster is $1.99. The Bookwalker Thief of Tales, $9.74. Omen of Sorrow, $8. Fighting game there for $8. N++ is $7.49. Awesome deal there. Great platformer, fast-paced game. Definitely a decent pickup at that price point. Valiant Hearts: A Great War is $4.49. Rumblings about Valiant Hearts, the Netflix title, I forget its name off the top of my head, that getting ported to PlayStation, that would be great if that does ultimately happen, and that'd be pretty exciting to hear about that. Hopefully we get an official confirmation soon. Titan Souls is $3 as well. Again, a lot of deals. I'm on page 15 of 72 pages. Rogue Legacy for $3.39. There's like really solid deals just buried deep into this sale, but that's gonna do it for me. Again, Jedi Survivor, $31.49 on that. Definitely a great pickup there, and the indie sales got a lot of great deals as well. Definitely give that a shout. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.